Hey Crafty Dolls, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michawn and on this channel I love creating budget-friendly but high-end home decor. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. Oh my gosh, friends, it has been such a long time since I have graced this space with my presence. I have missed you all so much, but I thank you all for being patient with me and understanding that I truly needed the time away. Even though I didn't know that I needed it, I took it and I didn't do it on purpose. So I didn't mean to leave you guys hanging and just kind of disappear for a few months. It just kind of happened. After I had Phoebe, it was just a lot. So if you haven't seen my live talk about this more in depth, go ahead and watch that. And then also go to the community tab where I gave a little bit more detail about what I've been doing and what I've been up to. But now I have finally calmed down. I'm in a better routine and I've just done a lot of self-care. So I'm in a much better place now. So I feel so good to be back creating and showing you guys some inspirational craft projects for your home decor. And yeah, I just really hope you guys do enjoy this video. It is fall. I know that we are reaching into that fall crafting season. So I thought, why not the first video be back some brand new fall projects. There are 6 of them, 3 pumpkins and 3 signs. Really hope you guys do enjoy it. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you're new, I love what you see, but also love all things home decor, DIYing on a budget. I would also appreciate if you consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. All right, dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. These pumpkin DIYs, I am going to use 3 from the Dollar Tree. I actually have not been shopping to the Dollar Tree in several months, so these were already in my stash, and I'm just going to remove the fabric on them. So how I do that is just remove the stem and then cut off the top where it's glued and just remove the fabric. So the first pumpkin I'm going to paint with my hazelnut chalk paint from Waverly, and I gave that about 2 coats. Then from the Dollar Tree, I found this really pretty mesh ribbon. I found 3 different colors. So I have this brown color, and then I have off-white, and then a pure white. I think it's really pretty, and I thought that it would look so pretty on this pumpkin. So what I did is just kind of bunched up the end of my ribbon and then hot glued it to the center on, in the hole of the top of the pumpkin, and then just wrap that around and then cut that off, and then hot glued the rest down in the bottom. I did this all around my pumpkin and just kept going until my eyes were happy with the look of it. And I really just wanted to cover the brown paint a lot, but I also wanted to give it a more tight look. So I didn't want to spread out the ribbon. You could do that, but I wanted it a little bit bunched up so that it looked more full that way. And I just kept doing that. You could also cut it on the bottom, but I just didn't feel like that was a necessary step. So me just wrapping it all around just gave it some cohesion and also kept it even for when the pumpkin is standing up. And I just did that all the way around and hot glued it in place. Once it gets a little bit too thick, at the top, you can kind of just stuff it in there and it'll stay. But this is what it looks like once I am complete, and all I got to do is just replace that stem. I don't need any hot glue, and that's it for this pumpkin. Super duper adorable and easy to do. For my next pumpkin, I am painting with this Sage Blossom color from Folk Art Home Decor. I actually got this paint from Hobby Lobby for my friend's wedding that I did. I got a bunch of these paints, but I still have a lot left over. So I just painted this. I gave this 2 coats as well and painted it all around. Once that was done, I decided to take these rub-on transfer leaves from the Dollar Tree and try something different. I just haven't seen personally any rub-on transfers on any of these pumpkins. If you have, let me know. But I haven't seen any, but also I've been MIA just a little bit. But anyways, what I found was the easiest to do was to cut the leaves to size and then rub them onto the pumpkin, because what happens with the ridges and the curves of the pumpkin, some of the transfers can get stuck. They stick very easily to this pumpkin, so I didn't want any of the leaves to look too messy. If it was a little bit, that was fine. It gave it a nice rustic look, but I just went all the way around, and I did not do the bottom of the pumpkin. Next thing I did is I had some jute twine and also some white macrame cord from the Dollar Tree. I was actually trying to decide which one I wanted to use to go in the creases of the pumpkin, but then I decided to use both of them and just alternate where they would be. I was actually really happy with that decision because the white macrame cord gave it a little bit of dimensional color that I really liked. It just made it pop a little bit, and it showed out the details just a little bit more than I was anticipating, and I really like that. So that's why I kept that, and it was pretty perfect for the alternating in the ridges. And then I just went all the way around, and this is what it looks like. And once I was complete, then I just kept it simple and got the stem to replace and hot glued that down into place. But that's it for this pumpkin. I think it's super easy and really cute. For my third pumpkin, I painted this with my crystal chalk paint from Waverly. I love it because it's kind of a muted baby blue color, and I love it for fall. So what I did is took some half wood beads that I got from Amazon, and all I'm going to do is hot glue them to the top. And what I'm doing is I'm pretty much putting them on the raised portions of the pumpkin. So not the creases, but the space in between those creases. And all I'm doing is just putting them from the top all the way down to the bottom. Not the very bottom, but bottom enough to where it kind of looks like a stand for the pumpkin. Super easy, just needs a lot of hot glue, and I just went all the way around. Then I was just trying to figure out the stem. I thought I wanted some like a beaded stem, but that was too many beads. So I decided on a light colored wood stem that I got from a pack from Dollar Tree years ago that I still have, and just hot glued that in the center. And that is it for this DIY. I truly, really love all these pumpkins. I think they are so adorable. They were so easy to create, and they are such statement pumpkins that you can put in a group of pumpkins that you buy from Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree or wherever. For my next DIY, I am actually going to make a sign out of this wood charcuterie board that I got from Walmart. I believe it was $5, and also use these rub-on transfers. First thing I'm going to do is paint this board using my Waverly chalk paint in white. And I think I just only did one good coat of this, and also getting the sides of it. I really like these charcuterie boards from Walmart. They were, like I said, $5 each. I think I got them from Walmart, or did I get them from Target? You know what? I cannot be sure. Honestly, I really cannot. But I got several of them. And yeah, so anyways, I just painted that, including the handle. And like I said, I only did one coat. After that was done, then I took my finger sander and I sanded down the edges and really got in the middle of this board. I really wanted the wood to show through, the wood grain. I wanted it to just have that nice rough and rustic kind of look on the wood with the paint. After I was done with that, then I just took a baby wipe and wiped down the board with from the excess, dust and all the little particles. And I really love how it turned out. If you can see here, I love all the streaks and how everything looks. Then I took the rub-on transfer sheet and I decided I was going to do it hamburger style. And then I just flipped that over, used a pencil, and drew a heart the best that I could. Cut that down to size, and then I cut the heart in half. I saw this phrase actually on Pinterest, let's fall in love. And that would be so cute to have these leaves in the shape of a heart. So that's pretty much what I did. I used my Cricut Joy, cut out this phrase, let's fall in love, and then put that in the middle of the heart pieces. So I just rubbed on the transfers after I put my phrase in place to make sure that it was evenly spaced. And then I'm going to take some jute twine, got this from Walmart, and I just took a generous amount and then hot glued it to the back to secure it in place and wrapped it around the top of the handle several times until I was happy with the look of it, and hot glued that in place. The next thing I did is took some tumbling tower Jenga pieces from the Dollar Tree, and I hot glued 4 sets of 3s together, and then hot glued those on the 4 corners of this tray. I mean, not the tray, of the cutting board, because I wanted it to act as a tray as well as, you know, a decor sign stand or whatever you want to call it. Then I decided I wanted a little bit more. It was too much of a void space at the top in between the handle and the leaf heart. So I decided to take some 16mm beads and fish those through some jute twine, and then tie that off at the end. But what I wanted to do is droop them or make them hang. Yeah, so it was 2 sides to make them hang. I think on one side I had 3 beads and the other I had 2, and I just tied off the ends and then hot glued those at the top where my twine wrapped handle was, and then I just wrapped around a couple more pieces of my twine so that way it hid the, you know, I don't like when my glue is showing or when you can tell where something is attached. So that's pretty much what I did, just to make it look a little bit more finished piece. And that's it for this one. I really love it. It's so cute. It was so easy to create, and I feel like I got my mojo back. For my next sign, I got this palette plank from Walmart a couple years ago for sure. And I just really like the whitewash painted look of it. So I'm actually really keeping it the same. I'm not really doing too much change to it. So what I did is I went to my Cricut Joy again and cut out on some stencil vinyl Harvest Blessings. I weeded everything out and decided that I wanted to stack my words on top of each other. So I used my transfer tape and put that on top of the wood sign. Remove that over. My H actually kind of got a little cut. I think I didn't do the spacing properly when I did cut this out. So what I did is just took a piece of painter's tape and just covered it on to the side of my H. The next thing I did is actually I'm going to take this torch paste that I got from Amazon. I've seen a few creators use this and I was like, why not give it a try? So I got the torch paste and I have the torch pen, but I decided to use the paste first. So I just went over the Harvest Blessing words with a small paintbrush, and I also did some leaves. I did that off camera because I wasn't sure if I wanted it or I wanted to keep it. And you know, sometimes us crafters, we actually create, I know I do, and I know a couple other people do, we create our idea first before we do it on camera to make sure that it looks right. I don't do that every single time, but mostly with signs that I know that I'm going to give away or sell, I usually do like a dummy version first. So this was my dummy version, which is why I didn't show me putting the leaves on there. But yeah, you get the drift, right? Just cut out some leaves on your Cricut, or, you know, draw them if you know how to. And then what I did is just I took my heat tool. It's just a normal heat tool that I got off of Amazon. I don't know the wattage of it. I'm pretty sure using torch paste you have to have really high heat, so I just put it on the highest setting. It took a little while for it to, you know, get through, but once it started sizzling and burning the letters through, I was really satisfied with how it looked and how it turned out. And this was actually a lot of fun to do, like to see this process. It was really cool, and it was super easy, literally 2 steps. I kept it super simple, super rustic and farmhouse, and I really like how it turned out. For my next sign, I am taking this sign that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. I think it only cost me like $1.20 or something like that. So what I did is just remove the tag, and then I am going to sand this down. I'm using some 80 grit sandpaper sheets. I don't even remember where I got these sandpaper sheets. I don't have like an electric sander, but plan on investing in one pretty soon here, because my hand cramps up really quickly with doing all this sanding, and it was just, you know, it was a lot of work. But anyways, this is what it looks like once I was done. And then I just took a baby wipe to just clean all of the dust off of there. And then I was actually going to use some painter's tape to tape off the sides of this frame, but I actually realized I didn't need to do that because when I was playing around with this, I was able to pop this out really easily. So that's what I did. And then I'm using my Waverly chalk paint in crystal. Again, this is like a muted baby blue color that I absolutely love for fall. Really, I just love this color in general. So I did one coat paint. Actually, I did 2 coat paints of this color on top. The next thing I'm going to do after that signage dries, I'm going to use these craft leaves I got from Hobby Lobby. They were actually 75% off when I did purchase them. So they were only like $1, maybe less than. So the first thing I was actually going to do with these leaves is take more of an organized approach and like line them up by color and shape and stuff. But then I decided I did not want to do that. I just kind of wanted these leaves kind of thrown on there in no particular order. So that's what I ended up doing and using just hot glue to get to that end. And I wanted these leaves to kind of look like they were flying, floating, or falling because of the phrase that I'm going to put at the bottom. So I just randomly picked up leaves that I had in this tray and just started hot gluing them down. Then I cut out the phrase, "Autumn leaves don't fall, they fly." And I did that with my Cricut Joy on some white vinyl. And I love how this turned out. Now you can do whatever color you want, but I kind of wanted to keep the softness of these colors to live as background colors to these beautiful leaf colors. And so after I transferred that over, I just hot glued my sign back into the frame, just on the top and the bottom, but just a line of hot glue. And that's it for this one. Super cute, and they definitely look like they are flying. I really love this sign so much. Dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know down in the comments below which one of these DIYs happened to be your favorite. Even if you don't have a favorite and you loved all of them, just leave me a comment by saying hi. I promise I will heart them all. All right, dolls, be blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye. I promise there will be a next one next week.